How you doing, guys? Welcome back to another video. Before we get into it, as always, if these videos help you out, help me out by liking the video and subscribing to the channel. It helps me make more videos like these. Now in this video I have the VW Audi 3-litre TDI, which I'm doing a high pressure fuel pump on, which goes in there. Now, I've never done one before, so I was trying to find some information online, and there is not a lot out there. So I've just made this video to see if that helps anyone out. If you have to replace the high pressure fuel pump or the turbo, which I've just moved out of the way for now, I'll show you what you have to do. So this is obviously our inlet manifold. These are all some of the accessories that have got to come off. I was going to try film the whole thing, but it's just, there's too much small stuff. It's things in tight places, so it's just too difficult to film. But the first step is remove your inlet manifold. So all this type of stuff has to come off. Then once that's off, you have to take off the EGR and your oil cooler. So if you're doing this, you're going to have to organize seals for the oil cooler. There's these coolant pieces, like this is a shut-off valve, it's called. This little flange, you're going to have to get those. So factor in all those. Depends whether you're doing this as a DIY or you're a shop or you're a tech about to undertake it. So all that has to come off. Then on this is an A7, so not a Q7 or a 2-reg or something like that, so it didn't have a lot of room. So I had to take off the exhaust. Okay, so once you've got your inlet manifold off, your EGR, your oil cooler, the coolant pieces, it's gonna look kind of like this. Now this is the high pressure pump here, obviously that's out. But it is timed to the engine timing, so it just does go in there. So you can't just pull the pump out. There is a plate, a cover here. That's what the cover looks like, which you need to take off so you can secure the timing gear so the chain doesn't fall down. Now to get to this, you have to take the turbo off. I haven't taken it off completely, I've just moved it aside, but obviously you take the exhaust back here, and then it's got the exhaust manifolds on each bank down the bottom. They are a real pain to get to. This job here is not for like novice DIYs, so you've got to be pretty hardened to undertake this job. See those inner bolts? I couldn't get to them. On this side here, on this left bank, I just could not get to it. I spent hours trying to do it. In the end, I found it much easier. I actually removed the exhaust manifold, and it's not as bad as it looks. I know it doesn't look like there's much room, but it's actually easier than getting to that bolt. I just moved the airbox out the way, and I was able to unbolt that manifold, and that just gave me enough room just to move that turbo back just to get this off. Okay, so just on this gear, some of the gears have plenty of holes so you can secure it in place. My one, unluckily, only has one. And now just these engines here, you need a special tool to turn the engine, which I don't have, and they're quite a tight engine. So I actually had to just crank the engine until it lined up, which is pretty scary given this state. But anyway, I got it lined up, and then I've just put a T25 in place just to hold the gear up. And then you just unbolt this pump. I thought I had to take this nut off at the end here, the gear, but you don't have to. So the pump just slides into the gear. So as soon as you unbolt it, take the hoses off, it will just come out. But it is timed. If you do get another one, there is like a master spline on the pump that you do have to line up. So yeah, like I said, if you're a tech or a shop who's about to take this on, this is what's involved. If you're thinking about doing it yourself, have a good look, have a good think about whether you actually want to take this on. It is not easy. Like I said, there's a lot of bolts in tight places and very limited access. This is one of those jobs that you kind of really question modern automotive engineering, but it is what it is. Anyway, guys, I hope this has helped you out if you are taking this on. Like I said, if you like the video, or leave a comment if you've got a different idea or you've done this and you've got a better way of doing it, please let me and everyone else know. Otherwise, we'll see you next time.